We any special range of products no and a tire chi and ne when you do prayer ye de kase no esumo wa ken kan fo a yesumo eyeme nana ama anotifo and afei
Akusia sapon afei yera ensem ni mu ede a mampanyi John Dramani Mahama ena wode atu edwase wayen hyehyeye a ene the friend TV license a obi a owo TV woni fie ebia no ye beje eho eto no wo mo esesa edin no ene hyehyeye kakra ewumu na ene wo ba be friend no eye public media levy eno ena wo ba be friend na chese ye ka de ubonwuma no a ye aban de no a ye jeje sa ato no na wo de aboa se de be ye obetumi agira ne nanso wo de nsemi tudwa abra wo kopie mu e wo GBC wo ko graphic communications and wo ko Ghana Publishing Company e ko hwe wo mu dwuma wo mu die ene adwumayefo no so ebo eho enkomo.
There are few suggestions we have with regards to the so-called TV license. And I think that our thinking is going in the same direction to amend that law to make it a public media levy of some sort. And we're going to change the range of that levy so that it's better able to mobilize funding in order to be able to subsidize the work of the public media. And so when we are ready, it will be discussed in cabinet, but we'll discuss with you what our thinking is before we finally go to parliament and amend the law. I'm sure that with some of the suggestions we've got, it will be able to raise the amount of funding that it brings in and make you better able to do your work. Your minister brought the issue of the legacy debts to us. And so what I've asked him to do is just to make sure that you keep up with the current bill. We're going to ring fence the legacy debt, and then we're bringing it to the attention of the Chief of Staff to find the funding to be able to defray the legacy debt so that it does not continue to be a charge. We must discuss a new funding model to see how we can make you better able to discharge the mandates that you have. You've mentioned several things, and we're waiting to receive your proposals. I believe that you have the capacity and the assets to be able to modernize GBC. I mean, you sit on prime property in this city, and I believe that we can leverage some of those assets to create a more modern digital GBC that is more fit for purpose than in the past. We are reviewing the Constitution. The Constitutional Review Committee presented their report to me, and it is my hope that Chapter 12, that has served us well since 1992, we look at it again and see how we can tweak it in order that, you know, the media, the chapter on the media creates a better environment, especially for public media to be able to do its work. We'll continue to work with the National Media Commission in respect of the public media. And I think that in all these proposals, we'll bring the Media Commission on board so that all of us are on the same wavelength.
Ghana Mampeni, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Edi Atuja said, Nano, Kanswa, Jafofo Numu, Jashe na eto hono. Dunja Juma Yoko, Nipami and San who ebeto Montinso say, Wado on Saki Cancer and Chunia were Juma ewo class media no, and Penny Farbo and Jumedino Asin St. William Sapa and Netia, was if you should move a chance ever change to Ghana this year and come a kumanto ye.
My views on that are known. I'm a journalist by training, and so there's no way we countenance, you know, the continued assault on journalists. So we've been in touch with the Ghana Journalists Association on these issues. We put them in touch with the security services. We need a reorientation of many of our security personnel to understand that just as they're doing their job of providing peace and safety, journalists are also doing their job of informing the people as to what is happening. So they're not antagonistic to each other. Indeed, they're both serving the same public. Yeah, so we're working on it. But occasionally these things will come up. But when they come, they must be dealt with, you know, as firmly as possible. The Minister of Government Communication has taken it up. I think the officers have been identified, they've been interdicted, and an investigation is ongoing. But we won't countenance assault on journalists here.
Afeyemra emrahye bedwam e. Emrahye bedwam edom kuma no wo mo ne nsentwerefo akasa. Ye nyina ye wo Ghana ha sei ye hu se enkrofo ekasa de efa mampanyi John Dramani Mahama ne NDC aban se wo mo ayade papa na so edom kuma sei wo mo hunu ne saa. Abra wo mo ne nsentwerefo ehyiaye no odumonyamfo Patricia PJ wono ena eye edom kuma na bedi akiri ba no dani na wone nsentwerefo kasa na o kyese ade de asede wa wununu ho na wo sere wo mo ankasa sori ya na o mo bo ma basese wo mo ayade afe na so edom kuma ne se wo mo nya ehui krakrakra ko mo nya hwe bamba ho nsem enye ena wo mo enioma wo mo ye nyina so ohaw bebre ena ewom enso so ma se atwa wo ho abegina ho e kire se wayade.
They will speak of triumph. But when the noise stops, what remains? A relapse into dangerous economic experiments, a relapse into lawless governance, a relapse into predatory partisanship, a relapse into patterns of deception that Ghanaians have seen before and rejected before. The manufactured miracle. We are all told Ghana has turned a corner. GDP grew by 6%, inflation fell sharply, the cedi appreciated by over 40%. Success, they say, victory, they claim. But at what cost? And for what benefit? The Bank of Ghana shall gain. How can an institution that is not making losses transfer losses it has not made? Gold Board explains that the program is funded by the Bank of Ghana, sits on their books, so any losses are theirs. The governor was elevated by President Mahama, and before the elevation, he was one of the beneficiaries of the Attorney General's knowledge protocol. He faced charges for his previous role at the central bank. Those charges are discontinued through knowledge protocol, and then he was elevated to governor. He faced the institution that funds the Gold for Reserves program, the institution whose balance sheet bears the $214 million loss, the institution that should have provided rigorous oversight. Under governor's watch, these losses occurred. What we witness is not a decisive fight against Galamsey. It is a loss of state control. Tragic expression at Elwag Stadium, where job seekers were packed into unsafe conditions for a recruitment exercise, leading to a deadly stampede. To date, Ghanaians deserve fuller transparency on investigations, accountability, and the measures in place to prevent any reoccurrence. This anniversary is a time for clarity, courage, and action. Our job is to insist on sustainability, legality, and fairness, to defend the Constitution, to speak for abandoned farmers, to project judicial independence, to demand accountability for $214 million, to defend the OSP, to defend term limits when a president seeks to evade them. And we will not be deterred. We will not be silenced.
afei yɛkɔ mampani atena yem krata making kind ama we every church for ya wosom ewo mampani atena yem owura Callistus Mahama na wachemu de akwa wie se na no opanimu abosome de toso aduonu nan wa fimpimienu ene aduonu enum nimu no yenya traders advocacy group enwo mutintim krata aboche ema mampani se nkomodie bi akoso my Ghana mra sebeje fie na san komodie no achi no wo magina wo mutumi so age contractor ekoso ewo GRA ena afenso true there wo mo akache neno no traders advocacy group so wo mo te ase a enye yie ne science mampani hwehwem na wo mo nsa no ewo ho esanse wo mo hunu se contract ni mu no asemo a ekoso ewo GRA ena afe true there wo mo akache no wo mo hunu se icons dwumedie no sa pepepe ena eye ene krata making kan mampani se sansem no a ene wo mbo eche de bre no wasom na wo de hwe amampanifo etu ho na mo se de se na efata afe bio wakache traders advocacy group se omonko makomanto wo mo yem de wo se mpanifo ye ema pepere yo ne fan ye atwuma no sa pepepe ena wo mo ebeye no owura Callistus Mahama PhD wono ene chochofa wosom ewo mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama asoye afei krata e wati so edi bia ma chief of staff se wono so enhwe no wontu eho anamon ena owura Emmanuel NO Echampon General Secretary Traders Advocacy Group Ghana so say ye omutintim de buy no wabo achi enso de bi ama wo Ghana Revenue Authority so chefa e wo sakratan emu
nyame ya adom opepon bosome ne da etoso aduasa baako e wo bosumi ayewumi MPP amanyoko no bekwa akoto aba wo mu kwa koyi franketuni na eno ene obetie obi ase ogina ha yenim sa enipa a wo mu egina ama yeto wo mu so aba no obi a wo na chitafo ewo mu a obonse obi apia bonten wose wei ena medi na chi enka na mrahye bedwafo bese wo ha ene edu enwotwe ena wo mu so aba bonten a wo mu kire se wo mu de wo mani atofom di ehwe nipa dodo a na se enipa wo mu ekoko gina se ento wo mu so aba no na enipa wo mu gidi se obetimi etu franka ma MPP amanyoko no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eno nti wo mu enam eye owura ejapa mesa so ama wo mu ne nsentwerefo akasa wo mu kyekye nsemu se
Mahmoud Bawumia badia ene na Ghana fo a yene omoti mantamu efimu adwumamu enyina bebotwi akoto abadia ma no 2024 abaye kwa akotwi yeta Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 2026 31st January abaye kwa akotwi yeta Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia chi say a candidate na afi omampanyina nyame ya adoma ebewini na yedi no amagana 2028 abafu nhwehwemu dwumadi odiye enhyehyeye foforo no de baye ti say domestic gold purchase program ene awu gold board na yenyina Ghana fo yedi ho mfaso no enema ekeka ho saa ne de eka ho bepri yenyina ya dansi difo no beje di say Dr. Bawumia edasoronko enipa bibira contest no ewo muso obia sefata nanzo di ogina kono a ye gidi se obema Ghana etumpon a yepe na Ghana akogina baabi a ebeboa wo aboa me na aboa obi bia o ye Ghana ni bia no enunti na yetu na mo yi se yeta Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia chipa
omodo so no mo ko but medie medi na chi 2023 na me say di na chi biom because osi ehu se wo hwa ade ni mu a obia qualify but ono na di kanya yenim se obetimi aye adwuma no ama MPP nti bibia ni ho a eye bone say de metifi adri medwene na me ne me nkrofo so a mudi machi tu aba ma me bedwene se ye nyina ye nhwe ye chengi a na chese ya sansan ye chi osi eto aso abrabo de ye to aso ye nsan
we obi a what report asipa na uhwe ne mframa na ebo no a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mframa adinja me kasa me mako parliamentary elections 4 times e wolembele na ye juma in the last 8 years as vice president na ye juma as flag bearer in the modern boss na etie ye party no edinkugu o 2024 election na mom untumi mfa abo sumbone modo taba Mahmoud Bawumia nko ha ya ban no na neme bia nko yie na Ghana for da no mani e de kire NDC na wo hwe Ghana bakosema first time party not this one second time the majority in parliament eso tie 2020 nti ho na decline as I said eba o 2020 ne 169 eba 137 nti ho na ko say itumi transi na enhye yie na political party bia na cycle sisi ana yabetena fie ire ndi do wa mistakes na sober reflection nti sisi ano akasa ebesan akoye homework na asaba biom
since he lusu a report about the various search I nyina and Chrese Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne ma MPP lusu all over the world we hear economic factors and as the challenges are by Ghana ye exceptional na ye de gidi say ye wo history or the two political parties e wo Ghana no is as a candidate no nya certain percentage I don't think say a prudent say ye besesa no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e da mufu a ye de ne kwa Ghana for ebeton and ninti na ma enne ye nipa 118 no ya kan boom say ye be press conference attendance no change
Yade kase ne ko asante memu asante hine otumfo wo se tutu yokopiesie e de ato posifo nyina nim se osere wo mada adwuma na wo mu ye eye nanso omofa ahohyeso ni bi nka ho se ne be ya ne omadwuma na wo mu nto na cheche mu ne koba ne se obi na wo man Ghana montin so na odi bonefo se mu a se nipa no enya ahotoso se eja sebo asabi wo yi sika kakra bi di fa table bi ase a bambofo beje agyan no amanako osese ko wie ne sa na wo man Ghana bambosem ye nyina yi.
Before I became the king of Ashanti, I remember one time the police headquarters was somewhere that I feared very much. Because every time that I'm driving from the ring estate to the main ring road, you see the police headquarters and you find this place is something that you don't joke with.
Sure.
And now I'm here and I realize that today the atmosphere is more friendly, brotherly, and of service to the community that we are.
Sure.
I came to encourage you. Ghana needs you most. Ghana relies on you for peace. The security of Ghana internally depends on you. And therefore, we don't take it for granted. Police should be a calling. This profession must be a calling. If you don't have a heart, I would advise don't go. Because I don't think it's for money. You should be devoted. You should have the heart. You should have a compassion for people. And therefore, that is why when I had the opportunity this morning and then I'm here now to say that I appreciate you, Ghana appreciates you. Many a time with all due respect, when I'm speaking to the president, I talk about the police.
Sure.
The retooling of the police. Because I've seen some wretched cars that the police cannot even use to go and chase some armored.
Sure.
I'm glad to hear and see. And I even have an armored car position in front of Meshia. You also have to do your part to support government to be able to have peace. Your duty is not to beat people. Your duty is to make sure that you educate and a peaceful atmosphere is to be here. You don't go in there and then stop cars and take money when you have to check the insurance.
Sure.
When you have to check whether the tires are working properly, whether that car is valid to be driven on the streets or not.
Sure.
But if you were to take money and leave that wretched car to go, it creates an accident and it kills people.
Sure.
Your duty is to make sure that that car is roadworthy. And it doesn't matter your salary or your wages or not matter. So please, all these are issues that we all have to be sure that we can do. Also, politicizing the police service is something that we all have to be very careful about.
Sure.
When governments change, I hear some people lobbying to take positions where there's an incumbent IDP. I hear that.
Sure.
I get to know that. Let us do it properly. Let us talk so whoever comes to know that seniority and qualified people will be able to take over. Lobbying and using political persuasions to take positions wouldn't help the police to be more independent.
Sure.
And I believe strongly, having spoken to the current president, I'm sure that he doesn't want to interfere. He will go through the process and whoever is qualified will be able to take over whatever it is.
Sure.
So please, I'm here as a father to let you know that we love you, we appreciate you. And I always want to assure you that whoever comes to me for advice and direction in terms of support, I will be more than happy to do that.
Sure.
Please, if you be on merit.
Joe.
I'm just a poor soul sitting in Kumasi. I only have a moral authority. I don't have a political authority. And that also will be preserved if I also use that moral authority appropriately, dispassionately, and appropriately.
Joe. Joe.
Adeshemaima yanya aboafo nkratu edi kan mre yaba hebeto akase bonusu yaba sesia Adesima my mamo akwa ba ye to akase bono eso na ye ko enkramantama se mayor onimonyamfo Michael Takpo Aloti wono ene mrahye bedwani owo odododuoduo ene Ablekuma South constituency womo ede aso abofom womo check se womo ba be ye project ahodo ewo emiamia ahodo che se UTC Rollins Park akwan ye wo ho no womo ba besiesie ebio se wukọ makola clinic womo eba besiesie eno so ena 3-story classroom block eno so womo ekọ no makwa akoye ensiesie wo ho afọ mbetu ensuo makomako edu ewo nkronkro ahodo won kranmantama sei no omo aye 9 water storage facility eno so edwanim ena wonom ebeye ne saa na empanimfo ene UTV di nkomo abra womo de aso ekobo fom wo ho.
My 6, we can 6. So far, new chip compounds, renovation of hospitals, Mokola markets, no, renovative, and boreholes, and routes in Subi. It's when you are Bibia, share boss, and Yamiadum, Yamaya Wadia. Yeah, starting. Sika ebi IGF kasa internal generated funds. And ebi so a common fund Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama share yemboa. Or the ama assemblies ni say yemfanye development no. And then I be development no. Juma we acha obia de acha 5 months. We have to finish. Not Carnation Pentecost, Carnation Methodist, Mamprobi Market, Bishop Girls, Ayalolo Catholic Schools, Roman Boys, Bubuashi, Bubui, Mokose, and Bubuashi communities. I've seen what we have done, and there are many more things we are going to do. I'm giving the traders in Accra up to the end of January. Please, they should move back to the normal red line so that we all live in peace. By the end of January, I am going to clear the streets. This time I'm not putting human face in it because I've been talking to people, I've been walking to them for some time now. The media, you can see how I link up with them. So I beg everybody, I beg the traders, I beg the queen mothers, they should listen to me and move from the streets. This Saturday, we are starting the cleanup again. And we all see what happened in December. The market women got to town by 4 a.m. They were in town. When I got to town by 6, they have cleared everywhere. And I'm promising them that if they do the same thing by 6, 7 when we get to town and they have swept everywhere is clean, we'll allow them to open their shops if even it's 7 o'clock. It's a promise I'm giving to them. They should come out and let's work for them to work.
Areshimama openi efene se Emmanuel Amakofibua abwanan ejina woman Ghana reset agenda ne so akọ Ghana Atomic Energy Commission wonjumedie no emu na wakoye no wakoto engineer Philip eye Robert ama woni no edi nkomo wa cheche no se de wonjumedie esi eko enumwo no na openi a wono na gya woda yaso ya ehwe yensase ene emu anonom de eso owura Emmanuel Amakofibua edi atodwa se abai ayenhyehyeye se wonjumedie na wodi no emu akade no o mane mo wo da afesa ne ebeye na adwuma ne behehim no wafa emabu no adwuma mu ntino abana ye krado se nani beku wo adwuma ho
ekohwe gaek nsasia ngofo wiwia ese ebo ho ban hwe Ghana Atomic Energy botaiti a ye de yesi ho ye hian papa bibia ye aduane a ye be in the future are great niema pia Atomic Energy boy energy ankasa ehia no na ye tias asisia no ye entrance forever na nya ende tias ye bo asasi hu ban not for us but for future generation so share waste sisi ayo information eja obi use computer akurasi kwa use computer you use your TV any other gadgets social aluminum products. Niamana say ya infani yedeko. So you create a center to process them and manage them sustainably. I just say we nyina wa hwa na area kogupum in the consequences sunye. The UA centers there. Anya akra ho na say bomodin aye making sure say expanding across every region, making sure every district they protecting a way of managing waste sustainably for the long term. And not here, papa. Foundry, ocean near my debut import steel bridges, near my road construction, a big push. So we are Juma, near my P or Yavian or her, just a MIM worker. Your worker chair and say, equipment, no, be her. I can't be a saver.
You saying that the second equipment we need to place it here in cities to bring it. And obviously the cost of installation is not part of it.
And I'm be a year to do a Yabayana South Hundred age man. A say about modern year to 2 and a month. Now, Makoya sector minister no. May more a comprehensive report. Now, make sure say media go to cabinet and send a bear, a baby share. Nema Kanyana.
We a foundry. Country be anyone we develop. You don't start with the foundry because this is the genesis of industrialization. We have built this foundry. We can help the mines, agri, roads, civil works, machine manufacturing. Indeed, this is what we have designed. We part of the raw materials, scraps, part of the raw materials, be import what we call pig iron. And part of it would be the pieces of metals that if we have, they recycle. So that is 100 tons a month and later develop it to 400 tons a month.
So once your good self and the Minister for Finance releases money to us, we'll finish this project for them.
Social Security and National Insurance Trust. Ye chaniti aka no SNET. Empanifo de aba betu edwa HSA. Se ekoba so obi kọ ahomgie mu na nipa kro no sebe wote ase. Na no December na bronya bosumi aba betwam onipa no eda so ete ase a. Na ne nyame adom SNET womo ahomgie mu akatua no yapagam akwakogina wo hamu chichemu edu. Nti wo musika na ede mo bosumi bia no wodi emu chichemu du ebeka eho. Wei aye ensam ahodo a wo kire se ebe fiti ase wo pepon bosumi na kyese bosumi ya ye wo me kɔ na wieye na wo mo kɔ mo bank ahodo ne se wo mo kɔ akɔgye o musika saa na beye National Pension Regulatory Authority wo mo na wo kire se said the yetintim ewo mamranim section 80 no ye National Pensions Act 2008 and afin pinuni nwotwe otintim ye act 766 honom eno so no agina wode apagya aba bedru se ya akwakọ gina wo hamu chichemu edu Chief Actuary of SNET Era Evelyn Ejay and afi Director General was SNET ora kwesi afre baini wo mo na de to nsentrofo anim chechire mu sei.
After all the considerations, with our board approval and approval from the National Pension Regulatory Authority, it was decided that the overall indexation rate for 2026 for our pensioners is 10%. That means every pensioner on our pension payroll is going to get an increase. This 10% is not across board, because we want to make sure that those on the lower pension bracket are receiving more and their pensions are growing faster than those receiving the high pensions. Because of that, we do what we call redistribution. Redistribution is just a method where we take from those on the high pensions and bring it down and give it to those on the low pensions. And because of that, we have done redistribution in line with the solidarity principle of Social Security. And for that redistribution, every member or every pensioner on our pension payroll as of 31st December 2025 is going to get a pension increase of 6% across board. And after that 6%, we are adding 91 cedis and 56 pesos to every pensioner's amount, from the lowest pensioner to the highest pensioner.
New pensioners coming onto the payroll used to come in at 300 Ghana cedis. That has been increased to 400, another growth of 33%, in an era where inflation is at 5.4. Again, testament to our commitment to ensure that those at the lower end are as protected as much as possible to ensure sustainability. And it's in line with our strategy that we will keep ensuring that we will protect the value of the pensions that we pay out, having considered inflation and other variables. Thank you very much.
Jumedia and Yidi and the tough of Bumwan say, and Snit, Yajuman say, Muno, Afibia, Yepeja pensioners, or market to Kakra, Eshemukena, said the Beya inflation near the Adinita Musicano, a bit to me, a show. Okay. Nti Jumedia bia Afibia, ye, until a few weeks, Snit Jumakuno. Any National Pensions Regulatory Authority. I dream back to say, Yim Pijas needs pensioners na ketuanum enko oha enjichemu edu. Enone entumu a effectively yede eba.
Ekobi an eboshe na brano wo hwese wo bekasa ma aban wote so ene Ghana de hye ayede ye netne emu ba ko eye African Center for Democracy and Socio-Economic Development CDS Africa wo de ato Ghana be anim se wo hye no adan wo hwe na wonye nhyehyeye emfa mo awofo a ewo nkoda eba wiase to de bia na wonni padua no demdie aba ho san nkoda no hwe ya na eden sika ewura mu nya asem ketewa ena sa nipa no so wo awofo no ehia nimdie ewo mofra no ho sa na wahwe womo amano ayeyin woko ene CDS Africa wom ahye ya Edna Asante ogiramu se program manager and research fellow oni peace news din komoni semne bi eni
esese ye nyina ye boa enye se wo a wo ba se bi owo developmental disability nko an esese usom ye nyina ye nsom ye nhwe kwan a ye fa so a ye betimi ama inclusive education policy no ya tremu akọ public schools ensesa one day but ye sha asien kakra yenso ye bedru ho ebia sesi a yentimi nyesa abofra ne ntena school anopa kosisi ye bepon ba ye kas yes ye sha asien po say day bia 3 hours akola ne medi wo school ye betire makọ 4 hours ye betire makọ 5 hours ye ne beba ye ho so no na yetimi aye de wo say ye se binye de bia na wo say ye kwan ho hia de for us as a country but niema nkitinkiti bi nso so ene akese bi nso so ho hia
research ye na ye ya fa adwuma caregivers are bo ma with disability no say temping we bo ha adwuma ni nyina beda omo so mo amunya na ewo form but na ye ntia se emududo sen enenya moafri aban ho emududo sen nenya moafri abusuafo emududo sen ena enya moafri school ho na ebimu so person do mo ba ko school problem is being ena omo face omo apomodi eni no mo face nti ye nyina ye be share dwendwen fa kwan ye be fa so a ema bre na ewo caregivers among crowd with disability kwan me se be fa so a ema na akofo said the beya or money bit me a no one cassa bit me a day and to my dear pesa ye buy a baba bay near ye no solution they buy and I say implementation original and say in here concept if arise and the first one say advocacy they say you movie from say disability yes say obi na kwedi boni bi ana so ye bibi ntina masaba so na ye may say a part of human development one nti ye advocacy the other ones ye reform na ye reform here the reform here disability fund we want to make sure say sika say community dwumade say omode ye no omode ye ade kro no and then inclusion say nkra na betimi akọ school.
If you look at Ghana, our educational curriculum starts with crèche, you know, and it's from age 4, you know. So what happens to all children who are from age 0 to age 4? In the cities we can have nurseries, but in our rural communities it means that the children are supposed to be left with the women, and that means that it will reduce the time they would have spent doing productive work. And if you have a regular child, the already time you are spending on the child is bigger. How more if you have a child with developmental disabilities? That means you are in a jeopardized situation. And so carers are doing so much in our communities, and they need to be recognized for the work that they are doing.
Adesima mayenya boafo enkrato etosumienu emra.
Adeshimama yame ho akwa aba madam asemo je bretwen yame atwa ye ho eba ya fei ye to akase bo no eso ye wura ye ya setena mu dada community tu ene enwumasua na Chipwe DA Basic School ye no ewo North Tongu mense emu chese Simprempra ye wo mu die wo hia junior high school na boa won amande watimi atoto wo mu enema yie wo hwa dankra na ewo ho no a ohia bi ka ho se na bia nkoda na benya ba bia tena na wasomadwo amadesua ne adekere akonkan.
Is for the Form 3s, and then here is the Form 1 and 2s, they combine in one class. As the Form 3, they are in the shade. If you are teaching them and someone is passing by or a motorbike or car pass by, they tend to watch and then their concentration will no more be in the class. And if you go to Form 1 and 2, as that place, if two teachers are teaching at the same time over there, the echo in the class made difficult for the learners to what? To pick what the teacher is saying. And it distracts them a lot. And most of the times too, if teacher did not get to the class there, they make a lot of noise because two classes are being combined. The school people, they go to the bush to ease themselves. And most of the times, they go there and they come back to complain that snakes are chasing them and then they cannot ease themselves. So we have to allow them to go home. Before they return, the instructional time is already used. We don't have water in the school. And the one they have in the community, sometimes you go there and it's locked. So unless you go there on time before you get it, and it's even a hard water for them to drink. So we are pleading the government and other NGOs can also help us so that we have all these things solved. We are only few in the JHS, only 3 teachers in the JHS. 3 teachers to handle all the 8 subjects. So we don't teach French here, that is why I say 8 subjects. It's supposed to be 9.
So we are pleading with the government and then the non-governmental agencies to come to their aid, to come and build a befitting school building for them, so that they can also sit comfortably and then learn. Because the competition is not in Chikwe alone, neither is in North Tongue alone. The competition in education is in the whole country. So if there is someone that is deprived from good learning, and that person is going to compete someone who is learning in Achimota Basic School, the competition is that that person at Achimota will be graded at 100, and then the one at Chikwe will be deprived, so he will be graded at 20%, or sometimes, if God willing, 30%. So you see that they are deprived hardly. There is no achievement going on. So we are pleading that the government should come to their aid and then do the borehole for them, the building, and then a small canteen in addition to the toilet, so that they will stay in the campus and then learn for us.
My appeal go to the president through the DCE so that they will come and put up a building for us.
The viewer, nanya be oyi apama, be you ayi no go do a, oyi ko baiti. Tamila kukudan, the vehicle all the school be you my yo ha, no galak be me ya for dia dak, but on lotem, Lord Dalodu. Tami de kuku, na government alo make ko akpere mi anti, emia akpo for ji school hall. Na de viao ba mi de kuku
afe yemfe ani enkyere ningo plan pram ba bia ye frɛ ho eye ochebleku na eno won kramantam ha sei eno nananom ne ade hye wo ho ekyere se eye wonum school a wo ho ochebleku DA Basic School okopa na korese di school no aya na asefem eno no mo sese mpanimfo emfa wo mani mehwe na wontu mu na mo siesie se de be ya ade kyere ne adesua ebetimi akonkan
challenges na ye facing manch e was school no ye renovation e bam say renovation anema SSA was school dan ne ho a ye ba be ye no e ma se na ye benya sika bi efre kyere e de abeye school no e ma ye bre pa enti e bam sa no sometimes ye ko fie ni fie ana school levy ni mo na ye yi sika kakra na ye nya e wo PTA levy ni mo no ono na ye di siesie school no as now enti as dum be bi nso a na yɛkɔ yɛwra kuro ne mo na ɔmo a mo yɛ adwuma nketenkete wɔ kurom so no na yɛde akɔtɔ mo ani na ɔmo nso ɔmo de mo ahoɔden kakra de boa yɛ ɛwɔ adwuma no ɔno na yɛde siesie school no up to now no sɛsia nso no the school na ɛwɔ no nso no yɛwɔ school blocks nso wɔ hɔ ɛna baabi a ɛyi teachers mo ebi mo baabi a mo wɔ baabi a bɛfiri school mo wɔ ɔmo mɔlɛ nti ɔmo firi hɔ no mo ansa na ɔmo bɛba na yɛ kwan so nyɛ nti ɔmo yɛ ɔmo boa mo ho ɛfa aboboya ɛna ɔmo de ba ano nso tam pragea nti ɛma school mu ba nso no ɛntumi nkɔ ntɛm ɔmo ntumi nduru school mu hɔ ntɛm
yɛ school windows ne doors bibia sɛ akonnwa yɛ ni bi yɛ ni akonnwa ne wɔ hɔ no ɛsua nti PTA na ɔyi yɛ akonnwa kakra no de ba nti yɛ srɛ aban sɛ ɔbɔe na yɛtumi nyɛ nneɛma kakra wɔ school no yɛ kaa kwan so nyɛ isoto a kaa ma moto ma enti yɛ bra yie paa enti yɛ srɔm na teachers no so mo free etiri ebinom free afienya obinom so free dɔhwenya ɛna ɔmo ba ha enti yɛ srɛ aban sɛ kaa kwan nyɛ sa ne isoto a sɛ na teachers no bɛyɛ abɛduru ha no mo bɛba bɛkyɛ akwada no mu dia na yɛ mɔbɔ enti yɛ srɛ aban sɛ free Apollonia eba Otebreku free Otebreku ekosi mobole ekwani nye eti yesre no be yamaye
benen ni agbo nye katama so eba twa ekumenge maami o nyu omebe no yo kaka ba pe nu eba gba wanya no makpa me pe mo ne acheke su government ohe ne ji wo twa wache ode opio John mama ne akale tu na ba ha wo pipe mo tenye se zone wo me here pure zone community ole pe no kan me here english gbani ke me ba fo no pure mene nyape langas kanimline ade ni ko me jegbugla mami ne ifoni ne keche ne waka nkeche honorable Sam George nkeche regional minister ke IGP kan aye wo here ne kikemani no ma here inaka angena ne here anga se benin la ne eyale ha ye ni nya pe pai mo ne ho kan ayemi ayewo na ba wa wo so angena no anga mami
Abusafo hasena yede kase bono esie mekayo se pepsodent woni betwum se anopa ne anwumre anopa a wasori no betwi ebe kama wanum be yehwam wanum bete esa pepsodent a wodi twinti anwumre wadidi awie no akwa akoda no na wasa atwum sinti ade abechi anopa no wanum eye kama kransa na wasa atwitwi bio mepacho pepsodent se wodan na chi store no wokọ ha obenya bi ato owa ahodo na mpacho tie owo de de heba e na aye lubuna ne hahama e na wo de aye ene ye wo de bidie e na aye anka atete no na eno ne de twi esi fa body tray na de bidie ahim na afei ye bro body tray ne etema wa na de bidie na ahim na wa we afra na afei de twi esi ne kama wo so se no apai fita sa ene wo ye de wo de bidie aye no the president or charcoal toothpaste no e wo ho eno achi ene wo triple action eno so boa pa we trim say kama ye won kwada de enso wo a owo strawberry owo orange chese flavors no doso eboa nkwada ne na o mani gi ho pa emo mu pe wo mu si twetwi ofiti asese ye obenyine no na ne se no aye kama pa nti president de eno a ena ye twi yesi abuso yenta de ehye ye eye kama wani agi ho fasida ema clothing palace ewo Accra wudru lava ni mo ho a abrosan na ni wudi hwe ni mu no pejuani hwe esro wa na clothing palace wo danka sia nyoma wom e manta de papa fie eno no me pa cho atade bia wo pe bia ye ma de so ni che clothing palace de bia wo kro no se ye wed na bedin tuo ana se bibi stronko a wo kro no ka kire wo mo mbesiesie ho me mi sei da bia me ka me se bronya sei se ro mo si edi me bronya ma me ho ye fe ne se wani enso kache me manhye da nkopama die bia clothing palace eno no okwa obehwe fine enmakwa da roma eno mo ebo ayen ema yede kasebui ebre midin de akosi asapo mene
nana ama anotufo yamama acho ema mu ene hwa adehye